Hey guys, Saf here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Just a quick video here for me on the upcoming Summon Rush times 10 events that we've got going on. It's going to be another busy weekend. I've got the text given to us from Playroom here on the screen so we can go through and take a look at what we have got on offer. So we have got a 24-hour window, one per day, of a times 10 event for some of the best champions in the game. And alongside this, there is a guaranteed Void champion, which we thought was going to happen as a result of all the Summon Rush events and Champion Chase events we had on the weekend. So what have we got? So, hey folks, we're planning to launch a whole bunch of events this week. This Friday, August 26th, we're planning to launch a times 10 event to summon the following champions from Ancient, Sacred, and Void Shards. We have got Riho Bone Spear, Asuga Warcaller, Lady Kimmy, Valkyrie, and Kyoko. Now, this first bunch is quite insane. Riho Bone Spear is one of the best Void champions in the game, although she probably isn't as good as some of the crazy ones in Arena, such as Nekret, Warlord, Yumiko. She's not up on that par, but she does have that full cleanse. She does have the big heal, and she does have that passive, which means she can't be debuffed in the first attempt. So she's very good in Arena for sort of going second, cleansing, and off you go. Asuga Warcaller, still pretty decent for being a go second tank, but is not as good now that Nekret is the number one guy. Lady Kimmy is an awesome champion for your team, 100% probably the best of this bunch. She's got that A3 that can place block buffs if there's a shield out, obviously not on a bolster. She's got increased turn meter, increased speed, decreased speed, increased accuracy. She's got everything in her kit. She is a monster. Valkyrie, Queen of the Clan Boss, AoE counterattack, shield, also good, and we've also probably got the best ally protector here. So these first 5 champions are very good. We'll look at which day you should pull the avoids and which shards you should go for at the end once we've seen all the different options, but that's already a very strong start. On Sunday, August 28th, we're planning to launch a times 10 event to summon the following champions from Ancient, Sacred, and Void Shards. We've got Hegemon, Nekret the Great, Mortu Macabre, Trunder Guilt Mallet, and Countess Lix. Now, the voids here are insane if you are at all competitive in the arena. Hegemon forces your enemy to bring something to deal with him. He will always go first. And Nekret the Great is probably the number one arena champion in the game. You pair him with someone like a Cupidus, bring a Venus, or pair him with a Candy, or pair him with a Leo, or pair him with anyone, and he will keep that nuker alive, and it means it's very problematic to basically defeat them. Put him in a protection set, it's really strong. I would say your voids here look pretty strong. Mortu Macabre is an okay legendary, although trying to activate his passive is very frustrating. If he gets that peril off, everyone is going to die. It is pretty much an unstoppable ability. It's just a problem sometimes trying to get the passive to activate. It's like Baron, it takes a few attempts before you get it, and you need the champions to hit you. It's pretty good into champions like Brogni, where the passive reflect will happen a lot. That can proc it. But he's still a decent champion. He's also a 24% aura in terms of speed, so that's also a powerful thing in Arena. Trunder Guilt Mallet, she's no longer the number one damage dealer in the game, but she is still the number one damage dealer in the game for me. Hefrak is really strong, but Trunder will still do the job just as good as Hefrak will do it as well. So 100% worth a shard or two. And Countess Lix is a bit of a weird one. She is one of the few champions that can do a 1-turn cooldown reduction. She does have AoE weaken. She does have decreased speed. She does work nicely with Astralon. If you've got Astralon, you want a very strong pairing, those champions do it. But of all the champions so far, she's probably the weakest one we've looked at. So I've actually got a mistake here. I thought these were 24-hour windows. They're actually 48-hour windows. So we're going to go Friday to Saturday for the first bunch of champions. Then we're going to go Sunday to Monday for the second bunch of champions. And then we're going to go Tuesday to Wednesday for the third batch of champions. So the third one starts on Tuesday, August 30th, and it's a times 10 event. And it's to summon the following champions: Krisk the Ageless, Gurgo the Augur, Nekmothar, Sniktrak, and Ragash. Now, Krisk the Ageless still is one of the most universally best champions in the game. He has that passive, which is decreased attack and decreased defense, always being applied when attacked. He's got a buff extender, that's still quite rare. We've got ally protection, we've got provokes, we've got increased defense, increased speed on himself. He's got loads of things. Krisk the Aegis is still probably one of the best Void legendaries, if not top 5 legendary in the game. Gergo the Ogre is a very good Void legendary for a control. There's many secret rooms where you really need Gergo to make it much quicker. He's great as your second champion in arena in a speed team to basically freeze up that enemy. He's very good in Doom Tower. He hits quite hard as well if you want to build him for damage. He's a very good option, although when you compare him to Necra, Hegemon and Krisk, and I would say Riho, he's probably the worst one of those. We then have Nekmothar, probably number 1 Hydra champion now. He was a guaranteed sacred, so many players might be sitting here thinking, I've already got one, I don't need another one. Snicktrack is a new ally protector and probably the best reflect champion in the game that was added in the last patch. I actually would love a Snicktrack. I think he's got a lot of usability in arena defense. He actually might make reflect more viable. He also can self-sustain, and he's got some cool things around protecting shields. Definitely an interesting champion. And then finally, we've got Ragash, who is actually a very, very strong champion. I really like a Ragash, but he was a guaranteed ancient. So again, if you went for that, some players might already have him. So I feel like this third batch here are probably less desirable for your ancient and voids. Finally, moreover, on Friday, August 26th, we're also planning to launch a guaranteed champion event simultaneously with the times 10 events. Summon champions using void shards while the event is active, and you're guaranteed to get Turvold by your 80th void shard. Remember, if you do happen to summon Turvold before your 80th shard, your event will end. Now, Turvold is a surprise to me. I knew there was a guaranteed void coming up. I thought it would have been Raka Viletide or maybe a Venus, seeing as though they were recently buffed or added to the game. But Turvold is still the king of clan boss in terms of damage. Turvold will hit incredibly hard. The only problem with Turvold is he's kind of useless outside of clan boss. Faction Wars, he can be used in some capacity, but generally you don't have much use for him. So in terms of would I pull 80 Void Shards to get a Turvold, I'd be less incentivized to get Turvold. I don't think, now that we've got 700 champions, that he's such a big pull for Clan Boss. When you think, if you've got your Ninja, he's pretty strong. Gintoro beats him in Clan Boss. Turvold is really strong, but is he worth 80 shards? I'm not sure. I would have preferred something different, like a Raka Viletide even though I'm not too crazy about Raka. I feel like she's got more use outside of Clan Boss than Turvold. So outside of that then, let's have a look. What day should you really be pulling your champions? I'm going to go out on a limb and say if you have any care about 3v3 or arena, you pull all your voids on the second times 10 for Necret and Hegemon. Those two champions are S tier for arena. They're better than Krisk and Gergo and Riho and Isuga now for arena. If you care about arena, you go for those. If you want an all-round champion, Krisk or Riho is better, so you can pull your voids on either day. But I would definitely pull my voids on the Sunday times 10. And then for my ancients and sacreds, if I wanted to pull them, if I was going for the fusion, it's a summon rush, so obviously sacred shards are valuable there. I would probably go with the first times 10 here. Unless you really need Trunder, or unless you really want one of these other two that you didn't get the guaranteed, I feel like Lady Kimmy, Valkyrie, or Kyoku is going to do you more service in the game. Specifically Lady Kimmy, she's a monster in Hydra, she's a monster in arena, and she's a monster in a lot of other places. Valkyrie can be used outside of Clan Boss as well. Kyoku can be used outside of Clan Boss. All three are pretty useful everywhere. If you did want to not have one of those, I would then maybe consider Nekmothar and Ragash if you didn't get those guaranteed champions. So there you go, guys. That is the times 10 weekend. It's more than a weekend, really. It's very busy. Keep in mind as well, there's a clan versus clan personal coming up on Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you did want the Krisk, Gergo, Nekmo, Snicktrack, or Ragash, you'll get extra points in clan versus clan. And if you are saving your guaranteed for that window, then obviously you'll get lots of points there. So keep that in mind. But let me know in the comments below which champions you're really excited for, or are you not pulling shards at all? I'm personally going to be pulling for day 2. I really want a Necret. That would make such a big difference to my account. I will probably, I don't know whether I'll save my sacreds for the Snick track. I have a Trunder, I have a Kimmy, I have a Kyoku. I'm not entirely sure where I want to put those other shards, but definitely my day 2 is going to be voids. I already have a Turvold, so I'm not too fussed about the guaranteed. Let me know in the comments below, and I will catch you in the next video.